see me all right. So we just got out to the Gator Swamp camp for kids for the 5K, 10K, and 15K trail run. I've signed up for the 15K. Putting on my shoes now. I wore my slips on the way down here. I didn't really think about that. I've seen people do it. I was like, you know, after the race, it'd be nice to take off my shoes and get a little more comfortable. So I preemptively wore my Adidas slip-ons. So I got here plenty early because I have to do quite a bit of a warm-up before the race because of my newly acquired feet problem. Still not sure if it's plantar fasciitis or just from multiple years of wearing too small of shoes. Maybe my feet will get healthier now that I got the right size shoes, which let that be a warning for y'all. You might think your feet stopped growing in high school or whatever, and like, oh, I've been wearing size 10 since high school and size 11. Now I'm 45, I'm still wearing size 11. Do yourself a favor. Like, if you're taking a kid's shoe shopping, you know, you're always buying your stuff online. Maybe if you're walking through a store or a mall, even if you're Kohl's, try to find a Brannick device. That's the old school metal thing you'd slip your foot into so they can measure you the size of your feet. I was wearing 11s and a halves. Then when I first started running, someone suggested I go a size smaller to get a better feel. And so then I started buying 10 and a half. And then subconsciously, I forgot that I was intentionally buying smaller shoes for running. So then my everyday shoes migrated onto a 10 and a half. And then 11s. And then one day, let's take my kids shoe shopping, put my foot in a Brannick device, found out I wear a size 12. So I've started wearing size 12s. With all that being said, I gotta go get my bib, come back, get my gear on, and try to get in 2 miles or so. I got about an hour and 45 minutes. The race starts at 8. They want you to be up there and ready by 7:45. So I gotta go check and get my stuff, and I'll be back. A little snafu on the checking in and getting my run in. Not on my part. Apparently the guy with the bibs hasn't showed up yet, which is kind of, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but look at this sunrise. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that. But yeah, so like if you're like me, want to come get checked in and find a place to stretch out and run, I'm still waiting for the bibs. But yeah, so we'll see. Okay, got my bib all checked in. Look at the sunrise. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. But anyhow, I need to go warm up, get my legs going. So I'm gonna go wander around this property, which is super nice. Look at this place. How beautiful is this? This is the Gator Wilderness Camp. I guess technically it's Port Charlotte way, about an hour from where I live. It's a Christian-based camp. I guess they teach kids, you know, how to camp and do outdoors things, which is very important here in Florida. Got some horses down here too. I want to stop and look at all these animals, but I really need to. I got an hour and 15 minutes. I can get 2 miles in. I'm gonna say hi to these horses. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi. I ain't gonna mess with you. I see you're skittish. Let's go get it. Good morning from Florida. You're like, why are you wearing a hat and a head thing? Well, the head thing keeps my earbuds in. I don't care what Raycon tell you, earbuds fall out. Anyhow, good morning. Getting ready to do my 15K trail race. When's the last time you did a run with horses, right? I'm not running with horses, but this property, the Gator Wilderness Camp here out in Southwest Florida. It's a youth camp for kids, obviously, hence the name youth. But anyhow, I gotta get my practice run in. I was just saying hi to the horses. Got a beautiful sunrise, which TikTok is bleeding out. You guys can't really see. Anyhow, good morning. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. I'll keep you up to date. Good morning. So apparently this is sort of a newish event. I think this is maybe the second or third year doing it. I don't know, maybe they have 4 or 5. But I don't think they have the same group of people running this. So I'm doing my warm-up run. I stopped by like 3 people who are volunteering here. Thanks for being here, by the way. but they're like concerned, it seems, about the readability of the course. I had like 3 people explain to me in explicit detail an attempt for me to realize the course for the 15K, which there's three laps over here by the horse trailer that I was at earlier, so we gotta do this 3 times. So they tried to clarify it by making a series of posters all in the same spot, saying 15K, 1 lap, 2 lap, 3 lap. So I explained to them I'm not gonna be in the front of the back, so I'm just gonna follow the guy in front of me. So we'll see. Hopefully, I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's a little fun when they seem to be concerned about the readability of the trail. Later. So my warm-up run became a land nav course. I made a mistake of just saying, well, maybe go check out that area. So we had to run twice or 3 times thinking it was a short loop. No, it wasn't. So anyhow, I'm like 2.5 miles in on my warm-up. I had to get out my Google Maps to figure out where the hell it was. Yeah, because it's just random paths and whatever. So anyhow, I'm heading back, trying to find a starting line. Wish me luck, all. So I think hands down, the biggest mistake I made of the day was underestimating the size of this location. So as I'm walking around, just stretching it out, I came across some volunteers. I think it happened twice, where they asked me if I was doing a 15K. I was like, yes. Like, okay, well, here's how this works. You got to go run down here, hang here, do a lap 3 times. And they explained it to me. I was like, okay. And then I walked by and someone else asked me, hey, are you doing a 15K? Yeah, we just want to make sure everybody kind of understands what you got to do. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, is there a possibility I might get lost? And so I got like an hour and 20 minutes before race time. I'm like, okay, I want to go check out this loop that we're going to have to run 3 times, thinking that maybe it was a mile long. And so I head out to run this loop and I get into it and I'm like, okay, this thing's not ending. And I'm looking at my watch. I got a half hour before this thing starts. Long story short, I was out there for 50 minutes. I did a total of 2.98 miles before I even got to the starting. So I was kind of panicking, watching my watch, thinking I'm going to miss the start of this race. Get on my Google Maps, cut through some woods, find my way, until finally, after some effort, I finally found it. The finish line, sponsors. This area was not super easy to find from where you park. So the long haul, not a whole lot of signage telling you where to go. But I finally figured it out. So that's the finish line. Now I just got to figure out where the starting line is. So I'll let you know. So I was wrong. I did not find a starting line. The starting line way over there. So I got like 15 minutes to get way over there. So yeah. I don't know, first impressions, cool event, beautiful layout. Just gotta get some better signage out here. I'm gonna find a sponsor that prints up some signs with some arrows saying, hey, go this way for the starting line. So I'm not the only one. The question of the morning is, where is the starting line? Got plenty of truly known. I'm gonna ask the guy in the orange shirt. I think he's a volunteer. He might work here, but as you walk around, the only thing you hear is, where's the starting line? But I was told it was somewhere over there. Beautiful property. Looks like it's gonna be a fun race as long as people don't get lost. But I have no idea where I'm going, and I have no idea where anything's at. I did find the finish line, but now we're looking for a starting line. Silly question for you.
Yeah.
Where's the starting line for the 15K?
Right down there.
Okay. You'll probably get asked by Westmore people. So I was right. It's down here somewhere. I don't know if there's a balloon, maybe like a lawn chair, or a pog as a marker. I don't know. Yeah, so anyhow, I definitely got my warm-up in. Moon's still out. I am concerned I really feel a lot of my energy. I might have to eat another stinger before the race. I don't know if my coffee and bagels want to hold out that long, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and all that good crap. By the way, if you head over to d-14.com, we are starting to sell stickers for all the podcasts and some of the shirts we have. Later. We found it. The evasive, the elusive starting line. Located by the mini chicken coop. Some cute chickens. There's our starting line. It wasn't a pog, it was 2 true linoleum signs and some tape down by the lake. So I'm gonna hang out here, stretch. Might actually walk back there to use the restroom, but I got like 15 minutes. Let's check out the chickens. That's a nice rooster. They got a nice chicken tractor out here. essentially what this is, they call it a tractor. It's kind of a mobile pen. So you let the chickens sit in there chill, and they'll eat the grass, eat out the bugs. And then they usually have a set of wheels on one end, and you literally just lift it and roll it to a new location. And then the chickens will consume and eat from that grass. And then after a week or two, you get up and you just kind of move it around your property. So they call it a chicken tractor. This one just don't have any wheels on the back, but it's made out of PVC. It's probably easy to move. Okay, so we're at the starting line. It's 7:56. The race starts at 8. I've been watching my watch, counting down the minutes. It's very long. It's been a very, very long 9 minutes. We got about 3 minutes. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put you guys in here, keep you on. You can experience going across the starting line. I don't want to hold you yet. I'll pull you out later. But yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. Make your foot balance.
Now at the start of the race, I'm feeling strong. I'm keeping up with the pack. We're moving along pretty good, and things were going pretty much flawlessly. I was a little tired from the 5K I just did before the start of this race, but you know, I ate a Stinger waffle, ate some more Gushers, and was well on my way. Kind of falling a little bit behind the pack here, but that's because I'm like, hey, run your race. We're just getting started. We have 9 miles to go. I'm trying to be a smart runner, because so many times I've gone out and done like 5Ks and 10Ks, and I just haul ass, get in the front of the pack, and I just go, and then by the time I get to the last mile or the last 2 miles, depending on the length of the race, I'm winded, I'm starting to drag, and I'm struggling. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna be a smart runner. We're gonna start the race out nice and smooth, slow. Don't worry about keeping up with the pack. Just do your race. And that worked out well for the first 3 or 4 miles, but I quickly realized that my 5K warm-up was going to be the death of me, and I was struggling. It was a staggered start. You had a 5K start, a 10K start, and a 15K. And so a lot of these people you see me passing are the 5K walk runners. And then obviously the 10K guys are going to be a little more experienced with running, henceforth why they signed up for 10K. And then the group of people I ran with, the 15Kers, clearly we had more experience with running. That's why we chose to run 9 miles instead of 6 miles or 3 miles. And so once again, I'm feeling pretty good. The weather's perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too chilly. Feeling good, enjoying the view. The path was great, well groomed. Apparently they went out there and like groomed it by hand the day before, at least the first 3 miles of it. So in and of itself, the trail race, the location was great. Just my biggest mistake was going out and running a 5K before I did this 15K. So essentially I did a half marathon that day, damn near. Now here's a cool little part where we ran through like the little village area that they had in the campsite. So it was kind of cool running down these little single track trails and through these little, like, I don't know, tiki huts. I'm not sure what you would call them. But it was, once again, it's a very cool location. There were a couple inclines, little ramps and that, which kind of broke up the monotony of the super flat land and gave your calves and your ankles a little extra workout. 2.91 miles.
Doing a good job, keep it up.
Right behind you. Get short, get short. Now, one of the problems I was having, this place is out in the middle of nowhere. And so depending on what area of the farm I was on, for the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles, I would get about 1.5 miles worth of music. Spotify would kick in, T-Mobile would connect. I would listen to my David Goggins motivational soundtrack, and I would have them screaming,
"Who's gonna carry the boats in the lawn?"
Going on that thing, getting motivated. And then all of a sudden Spotify would cut out. And so now I'm listening to the sound of my feet, listening to my heavy breathing, because, you know, I'm an Abernathy. We breathe like freaking cows anyhow, even when we're not running. I mean, if you go and listen to my fishing videos, you hear me huffing and puffing while I'm just sitting there fishing. It's hereditary. What can I tell you? And so it's a new experience. One of the things I need to train for. I realize I need to start training without my earbuds so that I get used to these situations, or I need to download offline, make my own playlist so I don't have to deal with this in the future. But it really kind of messes with you mentally, where 1 minute you're just puffing, listen to your feet trample, listen to your water splash in your running vest, to the next moment having music playing, an inspirational talk, and having a rhythm to run to.
Good job, sir.
Got it.
We're now on lap 2 of the run. 2 more of these to go. Okay. I did slow down for about 45 seconds and did a nice walk. I think my little getting lost this morning wasted a lot of energy. That's alright. I'll suffer through. What's an extra 2 miles? Got earbuds in, can't hear you, sorry.
No problem.
Thank you, thanks for being out here. I stopped recording for a while because it's getting low on battery. I'm at mile 6, I'm 0.38. I'm on my 3rd lap of running down this road. I really struggle on out and backs and loops because running's a mental game. And it's all about, I've always said, like, running is 60% of the view. And this is beautiful here. For me personally, regardless of where I run, when I see the same thing over and over again, it takes away the feeling of forward momentum. You feel like you're running slower than you actually are. Gotta be honest with you, I'm hurting. I feel strong, maintaining a good pace. I just hit the wall, so I'm recharging, slowing down, reminding myself I'm running my own race, not getting too caught up in my own desire to get like top 5 in age group. So I just gotta get that out of my head and just run my race. But it's weird. 3/4 of this trail I don't get any cell phone reception. I start struggling, trying to maintain my mental game, and all of a sudden Spotify will kick on, and either David Goggins or another motivated speaking come on and start screaming in my ear. But this last time, it's been a long time I probably haven't had internet for about 15 minutes, so we'll see what happens. I'm running out of camera juice. I just want to say I'm got a mile and a half to go. I'm walking right now because I just did a pretty good, I don't know, I had a 9-minute pace going for about 5 minutes. So anyhow, I'm getting my body back up there. Obviously I'm still fat, gotta lose some weight, get my stamina back up to where, well, let's be honest, it'll never be where it was. It was 35, 38. So we gotta find our new 45 and then work on that and try to bring it down. So I'll check in with you a little bit. New shoe report. What's not better than soles? Feet kind of hurt. As far as traction and stability and slippage and all that, I'm feeling good. But I gotta run. Talk to you later. Hopefully, this will be my last time seeing this. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty. Seeing it twice is enough. Third time, gilding the lily a little bit. But still a fun event. Highly recommend it. Especially if you never rode any trail running or a 10K or 15K. And you're finding 5Ks are getting pretty routine. Sign up for a moderate trail run. And try something new. Riding in the struggle bus. Riding in the struggle bus. 7 miles, 55 seconds at 1 hour, 29 minutes. I don't know if that's fast or slow, but it's mine. I guess I'll have to own it. Slow my pace down a little bit. Still got a mile and a half to go. Make it all crazy. Oh boy. Struggling. Can't believe I've got like a mile and a half to go. I'm dying here. Definitely reveals the flaws in my training program. Getting some new shoe feet blisters too. But whatever, I'm almost done. Just finishing off a pack of gushers, trying to get a sugar boost. Get this last mile and quarter done. Struggling. Out here by myself. I don't know if that's a good thing, I don't know if it's a bad thing. It means one of two things. I definitely know I'm not in the front of the pack. I could possibly be in the back of the pack, but I think maybe I'm in the middle. I passed a lot of the 5K runners early on, but I don't know if they've lapped me. I have seen 2 15Kers in their 20s lap me, so they're probably doing like 6-minute miles because I'm doing like 10 and 11. So the fact that they lap me, they're probably doing 5-6 miles. One of them's wearing track shoes. Honestly, I'll start training without music. I haven't had any audio motivation for the last 2 miles. For some reason, T-Mobile just sucks out here. Early on in the race, I was getting connection for about a mile or 2, and then I would lose it. And I would get it connected again. But for some reason, like the last 2 laps I did, not connecting at all. So that's struggling. Running to the sound of my own thoughts. Much rather run to the sound of someone else's. I'm not interested in my thoughts. I need somebody else's. Oh, fuck. I got 1 more mile to go and I'm dying. Fuck. I gotta get my shit together. I may very well be the last person out here. I could be dead fucking last. DFL, baby. DFL. That'd be fun. Never finished a DFL before. I will say this is the first time I've run a race where I spent the majority of it alone. on savage races, it would happen sometimes. But like, I truly feel like I'm like the last man on the course right now. Very well could be a possibility. We had a very small 15K pool start. Every one of these cats could be very faster than me. So I could be DFL, which in itself I guess is an award. So let's find out. Yeah, I'm DFL. There's no volunteers even out here. I'm definitely dead fucking last. That's awesome. Hour and 39 minutes in. I could be dead last. Dead fucking last. I get my average pace. Garmin says average pace, but never gives it to me. I'm just gonna run a 13:10. That just kind of sucks, but fuck it. Oh, I see somebody up there. Way the fuck up there. I'm running my own race. I ain't trying to compete. I don't want to fall on my face. Run my own race. A race made for my body, for my age, for my fat ass. It's rough out here. What happens to someone screaming in your ear? Or having music play to run to the rhythm. It's hard to ignore. The pain in your feet, pain in your knees, tightness in your quads, that weird ache on the right side of your stomach.
I believe in you. Where to go from? Finish strong. Hey, good job.
Well, I did it. Not sure, but I think I'm dead. Effing last. But I did it. Whew, I gotta breathe. Talk to you later.
Number 1, Christina Hatley. 59 minutes, 15.6 seconds. Photo up. Hang tight. Hang tight. Photo.
Do you have to get in line here for that, or not? It's down here.
Female 45 to 49. Number 1, Allison Shaw. Time of 1 hour 40 minutes, 31.4 seconds. Male 45 to 49. Number 3, Don Abernathy. Number 2, Greg Kearns. Number 1, James Conklin. 1 hour, 22 minutes, 18.2 seconds.
Congratulations, sir.
I thought I was dead last.
No, look at that. Wait for a picture.
My ego won't let me have this one. I don't know. I got third place in my age group, but my ego's telling me, yeah, you're probably only third person in the age group. So I could be last. So my ego's going to force me to go home and look up the race and see how many people are in my age group. But there's a bunch of festivities going on back there. But I'm making the long walk back to the parking lot because I want to get the drone in the air and get some overhead footage. You know, got to get that B-roll for the channel, and I don't have a crew. So when y'all see these videos, it's all done by me. So appreciate your support. Thanks for the views. If you want to help me out, click on the Patreon link at the end of this video. Sign up and subscribe. I think our cheapest plan is like $1.50 a month. Whatever the bare minimum that Patreon would allow us to do is what we have. But we have 3 or 4 tiers. But yeah, check those out. Be a link at the end. Please like, subscribe. I'm getting bit by bugs. I'm out of here.
This has been a Digital 410 production.